Eric Trump, Donald Trump's son, is spouting off about Prince Harry and Meghan's life. It's almost as if he couldn't resist the urge to insert himself into a situation he barely understands. He said, "What I can tell you is, my father had so much respect for the Queen, as did I. My mum knew so many of them for years and had a great relationship with Diana. It's a sacred institution. You can happily have those two, Meghan and Harry. We might not want them anymore. It feels like they're on an island of their own. You can always have bad actors in everything. You can have spoiled apples in every orchard." Now, you might be thinking, why even give this oxygen? Why waste time on Eric Trump's uninformed opinions? Well, dear viewer, because it's important to address these things even when they come from, shall we say, unreliable sources. Ignoring them doesn't make them go away. It just allows misinformation to spread unchecked. It's like finding a moldy tangerine in your stocking. You can't just leave it there. You have to deal with it, unpleasant as it may be. You know it's bad, but you kinda have to dissect it to understand the magnitude of its wrongness. Only by examining it closely can you grasp just how off base it really is. First of all, it's clear the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Eric Trump's comments about Harry and Meghan, dripping with disdain and a hefty dose of "how dare they," are sadly unsurprising. They echo the very sentiments his father, Donald Trump, has often espoused: a deep-seated resistance to change, and a fundamental misunderstanding of anything that falls outside their very narrow worldview. That same unwavering belief in their own righteousness, that same dismissal of anyone who dares to question their perspective, is what we're seeing here with Eric and his take on the Sussexes. It's like he saw them stepping back from royal duties and thought it meant Harry and Meghan were just taking a cheeky extended holiday. They weren't. This wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. It was a carefully considered move to protect their well-being. They were literally escaping a system that was, by their own accounts, suffocating them. This was about mental health, about institutional racism, about the very freedom to live your life authentically. These are serious issues. But you see, nuance isn't exactly the Trump family's strong suit, now is it? They tend to see things in black and white, missing the complexities and subtleties that define real life. Yet, fact remains, the royal family's failure to support Meghan during her darkest moments constitutes a profound betrayal. This is particularly poignant, given the institution's public commitment to mental health advocacy. Meghan's account of her struggles, as shared with Oprah Winfrey in 2021 and revisited in her recent CBS interview with Jane Pauley, underscores the stark contrast between the royal family's public image and its private actions. Meghan's honesty about her suicidal thoughts and the lack of institutional support she received sheds light on the toxic environment she endured. Prince Harry, too, has been candid about the impact of grief and trauma on his mental health. Losing his mother, Diana, Princess of Wales, at a young age, left deep emotional scars, exacerbated by the invasive and often hostile media coverage. Harry's decision to step back from royal duties was not only about protecting his family, but also about breaking free from a cycle of pain and exploitation. It was them reclaiming their lives from an institution that seemed more interested in preserving its image than the well-being of its members. It was about freedom. Freedom to raise their children on their own terms, to provide them with a sense of normalcy and stability that is often lacking in the royal spotlight. to give them the chance to grow up away from the constant media glare. Freedom to speak out about the causes they believe in, to use their platform to make a difference in the world, to advocate for issues close to their hearts, and to inspire others to take action. Freedom from the relentless scrutiny of the British tabloid press, which, let's be honest, makes a pack of rabid raccoons look like a model of decorum. It was about finding a sense of peace, creating a life that aligns with their values, and building a future that offers hope and happiness for themselves and their children. And while I can defend Harry and Meghan all day, their words are their greatest defense. Meghan recently said, "When you've been through any level of pain or trauma, I believe part of our healing journey, certainly part of mine, is being able to be really open about it."
But I do think that I would never want someone else to feel that way. And I would never want someone else to be making those sort of plans. And I would never want someone else to not be believed. So if me voicing what I have overcome will save someone, or asks or encourage someone in their life to really genuinely check in on them and not assume that the appearance is good so everything's okay, then that's worth it. I'll take a hit for that.
This encapsulates her commitment to using their platform for good. They do not care about the detractors. They do not care about the Trumps. By voicing their struggles, Harry and Meghan hope to encourage others to seek help and to challenge the status quo. Eric Trump might choose to dismiss them as spoiled apples, but their actions speak louder than his words ever could. They have used her platform to amplify the voices of the marginalized, challenge the status quo, and inspire others to do the same. Their efforts have brought much-needed attention to issues that are often overlooked or ignored. And that, my friends, is true power. To conclude, Eric Trump's remarks reveal a lack of empathy and a failure to grasp the significance of Harry and Meghan's experiences. By dismissing them as spoiled apples, he trivializes their legitimate grievances and the systemic issues they have highlighted. The notion that Harry and Meghan are merely acting out or seeking attention is a gross mischaracterization of their genuine efforts to address serious problems within the media and the royal institution. Moreover, Eric Trump's reference to the sacred institution of the monarchy and his admiration for the Queen reflects a nostalgic idealization that overlooks the institution's flaws. While respect for tradition and history is important, it should not come at the expense of individual well-being and justice. The monarchy, like any other institution, must evolve and address its shortcomings to remain relevant and credible. Thank you for watching.